This episode of Inside Golf Podcast is brought to you by Inside Sports Network.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Boston Capital, Twitter Steve on the Hold the Green podcast.
All right, we are live. Tap in, birdie.
All right, Carson Young is here.
I bet Ludwig at 28.
Let's go. I bet
You
him
did
at,
too?
I bet him at 25.
Low sevens. I think there's some guys in here we like.
Harris English at 7,300.
Why the fuck would I not bet Rory?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Hold the Green podcast with your boy Capper and Twitterless Steve. It is Tuesday night. TGL on in the background because something to bet on. Steve's got no sleep. I bit my tongue in my sleep last night. I just got done yelling at 8-year-olds who don't know how to cut the ball off. And ready to talk about some loser golfers. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Like I said, lack of sleep. We're starting to finally warm up in Rochester, New York, which means we're getting out of cold and cough and flu season and all that stuff. But Mother Nature decided to give my household one final fuck you. Apologies, Cam. Apologies to my dad if he's watching for the F-bomb to give the kids some colds and coughs. Right before we go to Florida, by the way, I don't think I've told you, I am going to Florida
coming down?
weekend. Yes, I'm going to have to figure out how to do 2 podcasts down in Florida next week in a very crowded house with a couple of kids running around. But yeah, we'll figure it out. But yes, we're hoping that we're getting this out of the way before we step on the airplane. This will be the first time my 18-month-old will ever be on an airplane. We have no idea what to expect. Please pray for us. It's probably going to be hell for
you gotta
hours.
give her the Tylenol before you get on the plane, bro.
We probably will, but she is a screamer and she is very particular about what she likes and what she does not like. We thought my oldest was bossy. Oh boy.
That's
boy.
how it works.
Yeah, my youngest Leah is quite vocal about what she wants, and guarantee if I ever get her into golf gambling, if she ever has a blown outright like Pockgeiter, losing some short hitter, getting the balls sent out of the jungle, losing an outright bet, pretty sure something's going to break in the house. She's violent. Let me tell you that. So, but yes, that's what's going on with me. So we're going to go over the Cognizant Classics tonight. We got a comment on the preview show on Sunday. I don't know if you saw it. You probably didn't see it. Look, I'm aware that I did most of the talking on that show. Typically on Sundays, if you don't watch that show, it's mostly the Steve show anyways, because I do the preview. But tonight, Capper, this is you. This is your show.
Yep.
And this is your type of tournament. You get to dissect the board. Yep. And pick all your losers. Make your certain hot takes, and I will try and steer you in the right direction. So it will be a lot less of me tonight. And now I will shut up. So Capper, you heard my rant on Sunday. You've been digesting content. Where's your head at for this tournament as far as how it's going to go? What types of golfers you're going to go with? Why don't you talk about where you're generally headed on your betting card this week?
Yeah, so I want guys who are good in a Florida swing for whatever reason. Guys play good in Florida. Some guys just don't. Right? It's got to be the Bermuda. Is the only thing I can think of. But I want guys with good approach play. I don't particularly give a shit too much off the tee this week. Look, being long is always an advantage, right? But this is a second shot golf course. That's where all the water comes into play for the most part. Look, I usually say I don't want fucking losers, but this is a field full of losers. So I want guys who've done it before, who at least gritty, who at least give me a sweat and not make me think they're just a completely gutless loser. I want to break my TV on one of the days leading up to Sunday. If not on Sunday, completely pissing down his leg, Alex Smalley style.
You know what? Why don't we go a little further? Now, let's delve deeper into the mind of Boston Capper. The fans want more Boston Capper.
yes.
On this show.
They want to see the schizophrenic jukebox that's inside my head.
And I've always said with you, you have a very good eye that goes beyond the numbers. You're very good at dissecting the numbers and what the strokes gain says, but you're also very good at looking deep into the soul of a guy and know if it has or not. I guess for you, what is I don't know if I might catch you off guard by this question.
Sure.
How do you identify, are there certain ways you can identify somebody is a complete gutless loser as you're looking at somebody? And like, I guess, what are some of the traits that might be a little bit of a red flag that, yeah, they definitely cannot get it done for me? I'm not betting them at all.
So a lot of it's a lot of it is what they've done in the past, right? So like everybody starts with a clean slate, right? For the most part, right? Unless you're just, I don't know, like Pearson Coon, he's probably a guy I'm never going to bet just based on his name. You know what I mean? But for the most part, you get a clean slate with me, right? And most of the time, you could probably even fuck me once or twice before I completely think you're a loser. But I mean, you can just see it. You know what I mean? Like you could just see the guys who stand too long over the drive, stand too long over the putts, completely overthink it. You know, it's it's just reading somebody, right? It's just like, I don't know, I guess it's like poker and sales, right? Like you just you look at somebody and you can kind of tell their mettle, not right off the jump, but they'll tell you if they're a loser or not. You know, they'll give you the signs, they'll let you know. Like Shane Lowry, like I know he's won a major. He's not winning here. Like he's a loser. Like it's just what's gonna happen. He's gonna 9-putt his way out of the competition on fucking Sunday. He's gonna chip it into the water. He's gonna do what?
You didn't remember my comment in Discord about minus 1500? You were going to bring up Shane Lowry chipping into the water at RBC Heritage Week. Cash that bet early. He just said it this week at the Cognizant. No, continue, sir. But yes, everybody's very happy they cashed their mega whale play.
Exactly.
So all right,
but I mean he's a loser. Henley's a fucking loser. Like all these guys at the top of the board, I know they've won, but they're losers. But they're the best losers in this field. So I have a hard time going to any of these guys. Like I told you before, like I have nobody at the top of the board. Like Denny McCarthy, never, ever. Like he's shown me time and time again. I don't give a fuck what the strokes gain data says. I don't care about the excuses that he ran into whoever and Akshay just played lights out. I don't care. He's a loser. I mean, that's just what it is. Keith Mitchell, loser. Like won one time and dresses like an asshole, loser. Like it just gutless bumps left and right all over the place. Now you see some guys like Straka, he's kind of a dog. I don't know what to make of Berger. I used to think he was kind of a pussy, but he kind of grinded back from this injury a little bit. So I think I might have to relook at him. But Cam Young, gutless loser. You can't beat Peter Malnati. You can't beat anybody.
That's the most true fact ever. By the way.
Like that's when I got off the Cam Young train. I was like, oh, I'm never betting him again, ever. Like, he lost to a guy in a floppy hat and a yellow ball. No, thank you. I'm out. Michael Kim can't play in Florida. Like Billy Horschel, that's a dog. That's a guy who I'll put money behind. Patrick Rogers, no. I mean, there's not many in here that like Luke Clanton. He's somebody I don't know. He hasn't hurt me yet. Maybe I'll get behind somebody like him because I don't know if he's a loser yet.
Hold on. You know what?
I'm not saying I am.
I'm not saying
I am.
I'm gonna save the Luke Clanton thing when we maybe get to him. I wasn't really even expecting to talk about Luke Clanton tonight. But listen, apparently now I have to bring something up now.
No. Look, I was literally just scrolling down the odds board, right? And just a name that I was like immediately gutless loser. You know what I mean? Like Brian Harmon, gutless loser. Like
okay,
he won the easiest Open outside of, I guess it was easier than Morikawa's, but you know, between the two of them, the two easiest Open wins ever.
Hold the phone. He won the easiest Open.
You always correct me. I know.
Do you remember the weather that weekend at Royal Liverpool that was ejecting people left and right that weekend?
Yep.
Get out of here with that. He ran. Okay, you need to be fact checked on that. That he blew away of the field that week by 6. Okay, like no one else
because he got the one good weather wave. He got one good weather wave and then just
he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yep, that's how my remembers it. That's my.
Oh, okay.
Steve.
All right. Revisionist history, sir. Okay.
That's right.
All right. You know what? I mean, we've been asking for 5-star ratings on this show. With the care of getting 1 month free trial, give Capra a 1-star rating for that take, and then come join Discord and dunk on
just because you like Brian Harmon. That's the only reason.
Listen, he's a fellow lefty. Okay, I don't say I like Brian Harmon. He has hurt me multiple times over and over and over.
And I told you he was a complete asshole to the volunteer staff here at Sawgrass, like a complete prick, and he was slowing down everything. Like I don't remember what day it was. It was probably Friday. I was there one morning and I was like, what is taking everybody so long? And like one of the guys was like, fucking Harmon's taking forever and like backing everybody up. He's impossible to fucking root for. I hate that guy.
Yeah, he's a bulldog, man. He just grinds,
I don't give a
scrappy little dude.
shit. No,
Okay.
my ass.
All right. Before we get to everything else, so I just alluded to it. So we're running promotion for our show. Listen, we're very happy and blessed that you are tuning in tonight or listening on Spotify or Apple. As you know, when we came over to Inside Sports, we had to start all over with a subscriber base. So we've been building back up. But it's been a bit of kind of a grind to build our numbers back up to where we want to be. We enjoy doing the show for you. We're happy to do it free, but we also are very proud of Inside Sports and this network that we have joined, and we're really proud of the community that we're a part of. It's a great community. We love being in the Discord, and that's only available to you if you are an insider, a premium subscriber. And there's not just that, there's specialty shows behind the paywall too, that you get more access to Andy and Kobe, DeBose and Kyle and Rishi, who's been giving us a lot of really good intel from the grounds this week at PGA National, and you get access to all that once you become an insider. So as an incentive to, come join us, you might be just listening to this podcast saying, listen, I'm just good right here, with the free content. We're very happy about that. But, to help us out as well, if you give us a 5-star review on Apple and go review it, next Tuesday, we will be giving away 2 1-month free trials for Inside Sports. It will start at Bay Hill Week. You go all the way up until the week of the Masters. So you get players, you get the Texas swing, and you can see what we're all about at Inside Sports. And I'm pretty sure that once you see what we have to offer, I'm pretty sure you're going to want to keep subscribing, but we want you to see that first. So you can help us out. We'll give you a little bit of access to Inside Sports Network. So please go leave us a 5-star review on Apple. Next Tuesday, we will do the giveaway. And we really appreciate the ones who have sent reviews already. We really do. It helps us out tremendously. It's a big boost for us. So thank you. We really appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely. It is a great place to be. It is complete mayhem in there, and but a lot of good information and a bunch of psychos sweating a bunch of shit, which is always fun.
That is true. Okay. All right. Well, we do not have
Brooks is at TGL.
Oh, God, is he? I don't have it on because I have a television behind me right here, so obviously I can't see what's going on, and I sometimes can have connectivity issues with buffering because I'm on a detached garage with the Wi-Fi, so I try not to have anything streaming at this point. But so Brooks is there though. I mean, it makes sense. He's from Jupiter. Yep. He's got a flight to Hong Kong, I think, next week though. So I forgot we got
Hong Kong next week. But you liked that course last year.
I do, but that's a lot to prepare for while I'm on vacation with 2 kids. You're definitely going to have to do the preview, though. I am delegating that
that's fine.
responsibility off to you. So if you would like Google Maps to look at, if you want my course notes from last year, I can give it to you. But yes, I've delegated that work to you, sir. That'll be your responsibility.
Works for me.
Next week.
Fine.
So, all right. Well, we don't have Cam tonight. So typically he would do the tip chart game. We would guess who is on the tip chart. 3 strikes, you're out. He is not here, so I will be the Bob Barker or the Alex Trebek of the show. Is Bob Barker even still? Is he still living with us? By the way, is he alive? Has he been dead for a while?
No, he's dead.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
We might have somebody to fact check that.
No, dude, I think he's been dead for at least 5 years.
Okay. I mean, that's still a pretty good run. I remember watching him like in the early 90s. So the fact he made it at least until 2020, maybe COVID got him. Who knows? But all right. So I will be the Alex Trebek tonight. I know he has passed. So 7 guys now on the tip chart because the dearly departed Lee Hodges decided he did not want to partake in the Cognizant Classic this week. So there's 7 guys. So Capper,
nice.
Why don't we kick it off? Let's guess. Let's start guessing who is on the tip chart this week.
All right, so Daniel Berger, no question.
Daniel Berger is numero uno on the tip chart. 22-1. There's some better pricing on that
number. It's 20. It's 25. I see.
There's 25s. There's 28s. I think still. Although actually, I think the 28 might be gone at this point. Look, I mean, there has been a run of not top of the board hitting at these non-signature events for a while. I can't think of many guys under 50-1 that have won a non-signature event since start of last year. But we've had history of having it happen here. We had a very weak field in 2023. Chris Kirk went off at 25-1. He took it down. So, it definitely can have. This is a very weak field, as we're going to go over. Some of the list of losers, 75-1 plus, is pretty ugly. But yes, Daniel Berger, number one in the tip chart. Number one in my model this week, by the way. So he's number one. All right. Keep it rolling.
Henley.
Russell Henley is not on the list. Maybe people are wising up.
Finally learning.
Maybe they're finally saying, you know what?
Learning.
He's really good for a T8, really good for a T7.
Yeah.
But he is not on the list. So strike one for you, Boston Capper. You have two more remaining. Let's keep it rolling.
Let's do, is Billy Ho on the list?
Billy Horschel is number two on the list. 40-1, though. I know there's better prices on him out there. But yes, he's number two on the list. I get it. If you listen to Tap and Birdie last night, he is on my betting card. We can go over it again. But yes, he is on my card this week. So, all right. Let's keep it rolling. You have 1 and 2.
All right. So I don't know if this is like an ISN thing. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go with Novak. I'll just go with it. Novak at 50.
Andrew Novak is number 6 on the list at 45-1. Brian Kirshner touted him last night on TIB. So maybe that boosted up a lot of his his Q rating for a little
BK
bit.
boost.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
You have 1, 2, and 6. You're doing pretty good. Only one strike.
All right. Let's go a little farther down the board.
Okay.
Oh god, some of these guys fucking suck.
Yep.
Damn, that Damon number got fucking steamed. I'm
gonna call clock on you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just go with was Woodland popular?
Gary Woodland's not on the list. Strike 2.
Okay.
He wasn't on Baroff's list, so that's a that's a red flag.
That's a fucking huge red
Big
flag.
red flag. All right, one more strike.
Who's deep here?
Who's what?
Who's like deep down?
Oh, deep.
I was like, deep
here?
Deep.
Is this some like Dutch golfer I've never even heard of before in the field?
Yeah, no. Let's go. Fuck it. Let's just go Ryder with the course history.
No, Ryder's not on the list.
My guy.
Okay. All right, we'll go bottom to top. Number 8 that you missed, and we all got him at a better number in the Discord. Matteo Montecero
is destined for failure. My God.
So we got 270-1. I'll give the case a little later. Tip chart though 125-1. So he got steamed pretty hard.
Okay.
I think because a certain book liked him when he opened compared to the market, and everybody hammered it. All right. Number 7, a guy you have brought up already as far as one of the gutless losers. Denny McCarthy, 33-1, number 7.
So people aren't learning yet.
Apparently not. He has a T3 here. He's coming off a good finish at Torrey, so they're thinking, he's going to ride.
I would much rather bet Russell Henley at 25 or 28-1 than Denny fucking McCarthy at 7 to 8 points deeper.
I think I would agree.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I mean, I didn't bet McCarthy. Maybe we'll just have the McCarthy talk right now. I've noticed with McCarthy that the harder the conditions, the more I would like him. I think everybody kind of comes down to his level. And once you got to start playing in the mud, and I'm not totally surprised once scoring improved on Sunday at Torrey that he just couldn't keep up. So I'm not all that shocked that a very difficult golf course he hung around, but
his course history blows here. He's got one top 5.
No, the course history thing. He's got a T3, but it's really volatile here.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, like I think a couple years ago we were talking about the course history, and we're talking about Ricky Fowler. It was like win, cut, second cut, second.
Yeah,
cut.
you're right. Yeah.
Like
you're right.
it's just how it is, you know. If you're not, I don't think this is a golf course we're gonna find it if you're struggling. So,
No,
but
definitely
he's
not.
number 7. Okay, you already got number 6 at Novak. Number 5 was Lee Hodges. He's now on the list. Number 4,
Right.
Guy, my betting card as well. I
Okay.
know it, but it is what it is. Ryan Gerard, 60-1.
I was going to ask you about him.
Maybe we'll save it. Literally the first
Yeah,
time I've
save
ever said his name on
I
any
have-
of our shows.
I have-
by the
I
way,
have Gerard question mark next to his name. Like, I'm going to need
Okay.
some info on this guy.
all right. And then number 3, a guy that I actually was on last night at TIB, but I decided to pivot away for it. So this is your winner, by the way, Nico Echevarria, 90-1.
Interesting.
Who now I actually have the opportunity to add back to the card now that Lee Hodges is gone. So maybe I have a second crack to add this loser.
I mean, he played really good in the fall. I played him a few times since the turn, but
Yeah, maybe
he
we'll
hasn't
save him
played
for
well since
later.
the fall.
I made the case last night on the show, but he is popular. So, but listen, you know, I mean, it's the tip chart. There's a reason why these guys are getting touted
Yep.
out there. There's a lot of sharp people doing this stuff, so
Yep.
it's not necessarily just doomed at this point. So,
no. Definitely.
all right. So, as someone's request, I've done a lot of talking. Let's shift it to you. So, you have said you have not bet top of the board. You've already crossed off a lot of losers. So, it sounds like the guys that you didn't mention in that range as far as a gutless loser. I didn't hear Sung J M's name. I didn't hear
No.
Sepp. You said Sepp Straka, you're not sure. Daniel Berger's a maybe. Taylor Pendrith, I don't think you said was a
No.
loser. I don't think you said Minwoo Lee was a loser. I don't think you said Ben An was a loser.
And
You didn't say this guy, but I know you think Davis Thompson's a loser. So,
Yes. Very
Okay.
possibly the most punchable face in golf.
Oh, I disagree. I think it's Patrick Cantlay by a mile.
I don't know, man. There's something about that kid's face I do not like.
I think he just looks sad. I don't know. It's punchable. I think he's just sad. Cantlay looks like just swarmy country club asshole. You know, especially with the tongue
That's fair, I guess.
like that. You know,
Yeah.
that's horrible.
Spaghetti tongue. Yeah.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah.
So Sungjae, did you just forget to include him on your list, or just a hard?
Yeah,
no?
I think I mentioned him. I just said just no. Like, I don't even think he's a gutless loser. I just think he's a fucking idiot.
I mean,
I just think he
is an
makes bad
idiot.
course decisions, and his irons right now are just way too shaky for here. Way too shaky.
Yeah. So if this is going to be, I mean, it's always an iron and putting contest. It's not just limited to last year. It's literally always like this at PGA National. If it really is an iron and putting contest, though, like, yeah, I made mention earlier that I don't think guys are going to necessarily find it at this place.
Yeah.
Now he's taking a week off. Like, a lot of things can happen in golf in that week, but I think if there's like a low ownership DFS play, this is not a DFS show, but there's a low ownership DFS opportunity. Yeah, like I could see, like, okay, maybe Sungjae's finally fixed. The golf course he's won before, low ownership. Sure, I'll take a stab, but like, no one is putting a gun to your head to bet Sungjae this week. So, and I think just with how his irons look, there's a lot of losers. And honestly, how popular has he been as an outright for 2
Ever.
years now?
Yeah,
And he hasn't
never.
won.
Yeah. Nope.
So
He
I'm
stinks.
good.
Yeah, I mean, look, honestly, we just kind of like I won't bet Lowry here. Like, I don't know. Like, I know it makes all the sense in the world. And Berger being so I was literally thinking about Berger. I wasn't thinking about Henley until he wasn't on the tips chart. I'm not betting Daniel Berger at number 1 on the tips chart, coming back from an injury with the ghost of, what do you have, a 5-shot lead, 6-shot lead when Sam Straka came and stole it away from Shane that day?
Well, hold on. It was Shane Lowry stole it from Daniel Berger, and then and then Mother Nature stole it from Shane Lowry.
Right, fine, fair enough.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
let's
my
correct the
mistake.
record, sir.
Sorry.
I'm
And look, he has
the
been playing-
foremost expert of what happened in 2022. I know exactly how that went down.
Yeah. So I think I'll skip Daniel Berger. If I miss the community win, I'll just feel like Ricky at Rocket Mortgage and whatever, chalk it up for that. I'll be angry, and Daniel Berger will be forever on my shit list at that point. Man, Henley's not on the tip chart, huh?
He's not. Are you going to take the plunge on Russell Henley then after you just murdered the guy at the top of the show?
I don't know. I don't know if I could do it.
Okay.
Well, I can't take anybody else up here. Like, I'm not taking Pendrith. I don't like Minwoo's too. For me, with Minwoo, with anything with water, like I just remember him. I don't remember what year it was, probably 2 years ago, maybe at Sawgrass, where he was leading it out, and then his irons just completely fell apart. I think he put it in the drink, fucking 3 holes in a row, and I was like, yeah, not playing him at courses like this until he proves me otherwise, and he hasn't. Like, yeah, so I think I'm good with him. Man, I don't know if I can get behind Henley. Shit, I might not just bet the top one. I'm not betting Kitayama. I'm not betting Denny. I'm not betting Dennis or Davis Thompson. Not betting Benny Ann. I guess if I'm gonna make a bet up here, it'll be between gross Henley and Berger. I guess I don't know which one to pull the trigger on.
All right. What about Spieth?
So gross.
40-1.
Gross. No. Fuck
No?
What would you say? We're not. He's not going to find it here. I don't want him here.
I mean, he did play well at Phoenix, though. Showing some
Okay.
signs of life.
Let's
By
put
the
it
way,
this
he's never played here, so we have no idea what to expect here.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. I didn't bet.
Yeah, and look, I think the number is probably fair, I guess, for his name, but I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
I'm not. I wouldn't bet JJ Spawn over Spieth. I guess he's the same price. I certainly wouldn't bet fucking Scam Young over him or
Okay.
Smalley.
All right.
I might bet Ben Griffin over him only because I have no scar tissue with him.
Man. Okay. That's not true. I bet you have bet Ben Griffin before, and
Sure,
you have a
I
scar
don't
tissue
remember
from
it, though.
something. He probably blew his cover for you at one point.
He probably like injected like early, so it doesn't hurt as much. You know what I mean? Like if you inject early on me on a Thursday or Friday, I don't think about it as much.
No, I know you have been burned by Ben Griffin before because he was a mortgage broker. Just like
Oh yes, you're right.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So you were like, oh, I want to bet this guy, and then you're like, oh, never again. He sucks.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh. All right.
Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, multiple times. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So on TIB last night, really the only guy I was considering was Berger under 40-1. But I had been trying to take a stance at these non-elevated events to just blindly fade chalk at the top. They just have not been winning the non-elevated events. I had a harder time doing that and trying to justify that this time around, and I ended up caving.
Okay.
I didn't know he was gonna be number one on the tip chart. I'm just not on Twitter. I knew he was a popular bet, but I know he's that popular, but I don't really care at this point. I bet Berger 28-1. I thought it was a good number. I am believing that he is back. I also am confident as far as there's a lot of gutless losers in this field that you're paying premium to just kind of flounder on Sunday. But I believe in the guy's talent. I believe in his pedigree. I know I've seen him do it before. I believe he is back.
Okay.
And this is not a situation of like backing a chalky on guy who's never won before that I've seen fold over and over and over. This is Daniel Berger, who has some name power behind him on a Ryder Cup team, have some big time events, been able to close on Sunday. So I ate the chalk 28-1. I was able to fit actually a lot of other guys on my card because I didn't bet anybody else under 50-1. So I was kind of able to have my cake and eat it too. So
maybe
Berger 28-1.
Maybe I'll take Henley.
Okay.
Sure
So we can split the baby here.
Split the losers. Yeah, we'll split the losers.
Okay, that'd be great. So they both can finish T2 to I don't know. Kevin Roy. How about him?
Yeah, for real. That'd be great.
There you go. Okay. All right. Other than that, though, you mentioned Minwoo Lee. That's actually going to be my fade on the stat picks this week. I don't like Minwoo Lee at all. I think last year was a fluke, to be honest. I know it's going to be severe weather conditions as last year as what we're going to get this year. But like I said, the course history is not sticky this place. 1 year he can be just a rock star. The other time he can just bomb out. And I think we're due for a Minwoo Lee bomb out at this point. His irons from 150 to 200 are just garbage. I bet on him at Rocket Mortgage, needing him to stuff a wedge close to get into a playoff. He ends up airmailing the green. No thanks. I'm good. I'm Minwoo Lee. So yeah, that's it though. All right, let's move past 45-1.
Okay.
So start firing off some names. Who are you?
Billy Ho.
here?
Billy Ho. I already bet him.
All right, you want to join me on that? Fine. All right, I bet Billy.
Oh,
Horschel.
sweet. You're on him too?
Yeah, that was the first
Nice.
guy I mentioned last night on TIB. Billy Horschel. I didn't get as good a number as everybody else, but 50-1, whatever.
That's why I got him at 52.
Okay. All right. So talk about why you like Horschel. I mean, I know why, you've said it before, but yeah, just keep it rolling.
Yeah, he's just a grinder. He's a guy who wants to go out and win. His hardo factor works for him versus against him.
Okay.
I really do. I think that type of shit works for him instead of like making him melt. And I don't know, man. He played good at the Open. He's won a bunch of tough tournaments. I know this isn't as air quotes tough as it used to be, right, Steve? But yeah. I mean, look, in a sea full of fucking losers, give me a guy who's won some fucking tournaments at a good number. I do it all day, every day. It doesn't even matter the name attached to it. Like I said, I used to hate Billy Horschel, and he's come a long way for me. On the likability chart somehow. He's still a fucking dork, but whatever. Like, he's still better than the rest of these losers.
Okay. All right. So you just said he's not a loser. So would Billy Horschel be somebody you would have confidence backing in a matchup, a head-to-head this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start going over some of the names then.
Come on.
So Billy Horschel, -120 over Patrick Rogers. Who are you taking?
A little worried about the flop lag with Rogers. What's he done here?
Not much.
Not much, right?
What I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this, his 10th week play in a row? Yeah, fuck it. I'll take that.
Okay. Billy Horschel as an underdog to Taylor Moore, -105. Who are you taking?
It is a red state now.
It is now officially a red state. Florida is never flipping back.
That they called that shit at 7:30. That shit was early.
No, it's not even a question anymore. It is Democrats in New York and California, Republicans in Texas and California, New York, Florida and Texas for the Republicans, and then you start splitting everything else. So, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so you're taking
yeah.
Billy
He's
Horschel.
playing pretty good though, but yeah, I'm still gonna take him. Yeah, no. The other one's still playing good. Yeah, but I'll still take him. I'll still take, especially with plus money.
All right. How about straight up Billy Horschel -110 against Cam Young?
Yeah.
You love that
That's
one?
my favorite one. Love that one. I hate Cam Young. He fucking stinks. He's a fucking loser's loser. His irons are fucking garbage right now.
Yeah, we talked about him last night. Like
he stinks.
It's telling that in this crap field, Cam Young is 40-1 here. It's still trying to attempt to bet him. I would entertain the offer if I've seen any signs of life with the irons. Like, it's one thing if it's like, okay, like I've seen 3 horrible performances, but like, a couple decent ones mixed in there. Like, okay, maybe he can do it. Like, everything has been just like bad. And it's kind of like when I talk about Sungjae, it's just, there's 144 golfers in this field. Like, no one is putting a gun to your head to bet him. If you want to play him in DFS, sure, it's a different conversation, but this is a betting card you're putting together. It's more yes, no at that point. And I'm willing to just lean no on Cam Young. And if we all miss the win, we miss the win.
Yep,
So.
I'm 100% there with that. Fuck that.
Okay.
I'm 100% on that.
All right. All right. So bet Horschel. Who else have you bet between like 45 and like 75-1? They're basically all the same player.
Yeah, I know. So I bet Vegas just out of fucking muscle memory on Monday morning. I don't know how much I like it. Yeah, I don't know how much I like it. He hasn't played in a couple weeks, but I feel like he usually does pretty well on the Florida swing. When he clubs down, he's still super long, even at his age. He can get hot on these greens. So I don't hate it. 65, like whatever. Like, I was fine with it. It's the same thing. Like, I like in tournaments like this, I'm gonna hover around my guys, right? Like, especially if they're at decent numbers, I'm gonna hover around my guys, and that's just the way it goes. And I think it's more than fair. Like, I really do. 65 in this field. I mean, you fucking won last year. Like, it hasn't been that long. So, yeah.
Hey, won a good concourse at TVC Twin Cities too.
Yeah, I was thinking about Højgaard just based on talent. I couldn't pull the trigger though. I was waiting to talk to you about him.
Okay, well then, I'm the drug dealer then. you're coming.
Oh no,
you just knock on the door. Like, hey, you got a little bit of that special spice this week? Did that come in?
Yeah.
No, I of course I'm a Højgaard guy.
I know you are.
Of course I'm gonna. Okay, look at the guys like around him, like Bo Hostler and Bazainhood and Bud Cauley and like Chris Kirk. Like they're all priced the same as Nikolai Højgaard. I just think he's better than all those guys. And yeah, his floor is completely rock bottom in this field.
Yeah, but it's outright.
Because
So who cares?
But his ceiling is also, I think, higher than anybody else, and that's kind of what I'm just betting on in an outright. So yeah, I actually got I got him at a good price at 66. He's at like 55 to 1. I would still bet that if I had that open. I just think
I looked at Hard Rock like when I was sitting on traffic. It was still 60 to 1.
Yeah, I think just given his ceiling, I'm good. And if he, like Dave astutely points out, first shot in the water, second shot in the water, I just wrote off the ticket. C'est la vie. But I'm going for upside here at this point. And I believe in the kid. So, hopefully this goes a little better than my belief in Rasmus the last couple of weeks. So we'll see what happens. But
he turned it around over the weekend. I mean, he didn't win, but he hung around and fought to be decent.
Yeah. No, I was on Nikolai last week. I was very happy with that performance. So this is, I guess, similar to like when I was on Rasmus at Phoenix. I might as well go back at, a Torian went awful. I was on Nikolai last week and I was very happy with that performance. And it's probably going to go off for this week, but I got to pay my tax. So
like it.
All right.
I don't have anybody else. I don't have anybody else until it gets super deep. So, and one of my guys got steamed down. That was deep. So talk to me about something, because obviously my card is wide the fuck open. So, because I got 2 50s and a 60, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to talk about one. Let's just talk about quickly one guy who I know you're not going to bet that I bet. This is a guy that I added to my card last night. I'm weak. You're right. Why I continue to bet this guy continually over and over and get, it's amazing that he's able to kick me in the nuts considering how short he is. You can get his leg way up the high up there. I went back to Brian Harman this week at 70 to 1. That was a good price. He's hitting his irons pretty good. The Florida history is pretty good overall. PGA National has been all that great, but he does have a couple of top 15 finishes here. I just like.
He was great at Sawgrass last year.
Yeah, he was great at Sawgrass last year. He's a guy who has won before, who I know can get it done on Sundays, or at least put himself in contention and won't completely melt like some of these other losers out here. It's 70 to 1. And I think I like his form. His iron's been pretty good. He's been pretty good between 150 and 200. I made mention last night on TIB that, and I talked about on the Sunday show, that I think there's a lot of crossover to Wildlight to this place. A lot of guys that are good at Wildlight are good here, like Keith Mitchell and Russell Henley. There definitely is a little bit of crossover. Brian Harman was in position to win Wildlight this year. So why not just go back? So 70 to 1 on Brian Harman. There's this number on this particular golfer. This was another guy I talked about on TIB, and Kirshner and I talked a little bit today, and we finally got on board on him. I would not bet the JJ Spawn number at 45 to 1 that he is currently at right now, but he is 80 to 1 on Bet Online. And I, at that point, was able to squeeze it onto my card, and I bet him. I made mention on TIB. I got the same feeling of Wildlight, that why isn't this type of guy who hits his irons pretty good? It's pretty good from 150 and 200. Why isn't he better at this golf course than he has shown? Happened to Wildlight. He had one T12 finish and a bunch of miscuts, ended up contending for the win at Wildlight. Had the same thought here about JJ Spawn. Like, why isn't this type of guy a little better here? Now, there is the thought of maybe he just isn't all that good in Bermuda or on Florida. Now, he's got a couple top 30 finishes here, so it's not horrible. And I went back and looked at how he's been putting on Bermuda lately. It's actually, his long-term stuff isn't all that great. But if I pull up his recent performances on Bermuda, so he gained at Wildlight. He gained at Wyndham, where he actually finished T3. He gained at the Myrtle Beach Classic down in South Carolina. That is also Bermuda. So maybe he's kind of turning around a little bit on Bermuda. He lost 3.4 strokes at Sanderson. That's not a good sign. That probably is one that so,
Why did he withdraw at Phoenix?
No idea. Or no, this is a Sanderson at Country Club Jackson. And listen, Dave, you've been very chipper in this one. He's a gutless loser. Have you look at this fucking field? They're all gutless losers, okay? So some of them got to appear on your betting card, and he's going to be one of them. So 80 to 1 JJ Spawn. He's 45 to 1 everywhere else, so I don't think I would bet that number, but because I was available to me, I made the case for it, and I'm on it. So those are the guys in this range: Spawn, Horschel, Harmon, and Højgaard. In this,
Novak.
That was the one. That was the guy that just missed it for me. I will be happy.
I didn't talk about him. That's what I told you. I had three guys already, and I was like, I didn't even talk about Novak because I had.
You know what? It's similar how we're doing with Henley.
Split the babies.
Split the baby. Why don't you go Novak then? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I already bet him.
Oh, okay,
I
perfect.
just forgot. Like I had him written down underneath everybody because I was looking at the wrong. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, look, he's playing really well. Got a decent course history here. He's BK's boy, and yeah, I mean, whatever. I've lost enough money on this guy. Why not throw some more fucking money after him?
Okay. I forgot to ask BK last night because listen, I'm not on Twitter. I don't really see this stuff. Why is Andrew Novak BK's boy? By the way, I don't know this backstory.
They go back and forth. I think he's been on TIB before too.
Has he?
They tweet at each other. Yeah. No, they tweet at each other. Maybe he hasn't been on the episode, but they tweet back and forth at each other. It's pretty funny.
Okay. What do they say to each other?
I don't know.
Just a bunch of bullshit.
Nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah, BK nonsense.
All right. Okay. All right. Anybody in this range you like just want to fade for maybe a matchup? Like anybody hate, like you got your Alex Smalley's down here, Michael.
We got for Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky. All right. You want to pull up some Ricky matchups for you?
Yeah, we got for Ricky. Yeah.
All right. This will be fun. Okay. Here we go. Ricky Fowler is a favorite -125 over Nikolai Højgaard. Who are you taking?
Højgaard.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think Højgaard is a horrible head-to-head match.
I know, I get it because he's so volatile.
That's terrible. I think I actually might take Ricky.
I'm not taking Ricky with juice against anybody.
Well, the floor for Højgaard is T132.
What's the floor for Ricky?
I think the floor for Ricky is like a T88. Missed the cut on the number. Okay, I don't think it's that horrible. Like, listen, that's the thing. Like, the range of outcomes to cash this head-to-head would be Ricky Fowler makes the cut of the number, finishes T56. Højgaard is +8 after day one. You're done.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Okay, I might take Ricky there. I don't feel strong about it. All right,
you want to make that a charity bet?
No, because I got another charity bet later on. Okay. We'll talk about that. Okay, Ricky Fowler -105 against Austin Eckroat, your boy. Who are you taking?
Taking my boy, defending champ.
I probably take Eckroat too. Okay,
he's not hitting 80% of the fairways again, but
no, probably. You never know. It's soft fairways and not hitting driver a whole lot, so he could. Ricky Fowler -115 over Luke Clanton, a guy who has not burned you apparently that you want to bet. So here's your opportunity.
I haven't because I talked so much. Well, here's the deal. Once again, I just randomly brought his name up. Okay, but just as I was going down the board. I thought it was laughable that everybody on here in this golf space was betting this fucking amateur at like 30 to 1 to win a golf tournament. It was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And I was proven right of how ridiculous it was.
In hindsight, you were right.
I know, no shit. I was right.
Right. You were right.
So I don't know. Clinton. I think I ended up using Clinton a little bit in DFS. And he burned a couple lineups like a couple weeks ago too. So.
What's he been doing lately? Clan.
Not much.
Not much? Yeah. I mean, because he's definitely that's the thing. At Data Golf, I can't even pull up his fucking page.
Yeah, so
he's an amateur.
Last time he missed the cut at Phoenix.
Okay.
And T15 at Farmers.
All right. One more Ricky head-to-head. Guy we just talked about. Ricky is a underdog to JJ Spawn, -105.
I like your case you made for JJ.
Okay.
I'll take JJ.
All right. Okay. There you
I'm
go.
not crazy about JJ though.
No, listen. There's a lot of ugly ducklings. I'm not crazy about it either.
Yeah.
But he rated well in my model. I've seen him flash form. He's been playing solid the last couple tournaments. Hitting the irons pretty good. I'm good. So, all right. Let's move past 75 to 1 then. Let's go long shots. So you want to hear me talk about Ryan Gerard?
Yeah.
Apparently everybody's talking about Ryan Gerard. You probably go to a different podcast for it, but everybody's talking about Ryan Gerard.
Yeah, I mean, so I think I just saw his name multiple times this morning in the Discord. Yeah, because I don't take in too many podcasts, and I usually listen to a BK as long as his guest isn't ear raping me. And you were on it, so I didn't want to listen to it because I didn't want to spoil anything. So yeah, I just saw it in the Discord. What the hell? I don't think I know who this person is.
Okay,
do I know who this person is?
So Ryan Gerard, if you remember a couple of years ago, he finished top 5 at the Honda Classic in 2023. I think he was a Corn Ferry guy. I think he either got a sponsor's invite or money qualified. Ends up finishing top 5. I think he was ended up parlaying that with a conditional status because he played the PGA Tour the rest of the year. Did not really do anything. Lost his card. Went back to the Corn Ferry Tour the following year. Did pretty well for himself. I think he won a tournament. Now he's back. Okay. He's been playing pretty good. I think he's got 3 top 20s.
Is this Brian Campbell 2.0?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think he's more established than Brian Campbell 2.0.
Well, I'm just saying he lost his card. Now he came back.
I mean, Brian Campbell lost his card for 7 years. He was like Moses in the desert at that point. Finally,
immaterial.
Immaterial.
That was 40 years, sir.
So Ryan Gerard's been playing good golf for so far in 2025. I think he's got 3 top 30 finishes. Hitting the irons really good. Good from between 100 and 150. Pretty good from 150 to 200. It's probably a small sample size, but relatively good from those ranges. Good putter as well. So if this is gonna be kind of like a putting iron contest, he fits the bill there. Similar weather conditions what it was in 2023. So I know he can do in this type of Honda Classic. As far as like a profile, as far as what he's been doing, as far as like off the tee goes, kind of Eric Cole-ish, as far as he's not a long guy, but not particularly accurate either. So that can work, but he's a good iron player, good putter. That's not awful. So, and one other thing too that I like about Ryan Gerard is that you see a lot of these Corn Ferry guys when they come up, they're like these Grazermans or like Jake Knaps or like or like an Eric Cole. They're like 30, 29, 30, they're finished products, right? Okay. Yeah. Like how much more can they really grow? Gerard's only 25. So there theoretically could be some sort of untapped ceiling that he hasn't tapped into yet. And it kind of intrigues me. And I bet him at 90 to 1. So unfortunately he's really popular, but 90 to 1 for some stuff that kind of fits.
Bearoff must have steamed him on the Hard Rock book because that number is long gone. It's
he's like 60 to 1 at this point. So, but I don't hate it. So some sharper books like Gerard this week. It's never, pointing the the column there. So,
all right, maybe I'll look for some positionals on him since I missed a good number.
Okay, all right. How about some bombs on you? Bet Sam Ryder you paid your tax this week.
I did.
You always
playing well.
He is playing good.
He's playing well.
I will give you that. I think he's isn't he your gummy play this week?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't hate that either. I mean, he's really good from between 150 and 200.
And he's got a good course history here too.
Yeah. Listen, I'm fine with that. Okay, this is loser week, and I think it's
exactly
a fine play. What about
you're gonna be disgusted with one of these losers I played. You're gonna be disgusted.
What about Celinda?
Oh, okay.
Any belief in him?
Listen, I like what he showed me on Sunday. I told you. I don't know if you saw what I said in the Discord. Like, I like shiny new toys. I like shiny new losers. So
okay,
he's 110 to 1.
Yeah, so that's about what he was last week, I think. In Mexico. Yep. Obviously a weaker field, but this is a weak field. But look, basically the same price.
I mean, look at what guys do when they're coming in here. Guys play well when they come in, when they're in form coming here. You know what I mean? So I don't hate it. So I have him with a question mark next to him. I can fit him in probably one other long shot.
He's got a decent ceiling. There's a reason why he turned pro early.
Yeah,
because
and
he does have Yeah.
He stole stones on Sunday, man. Fucking posted that number, sat around, waited. Like those two fucking losers, he could have. He knew he had a shot.
Yep. This is an extremely probably small sample size, but he is really good between 150 and 200 from what he's shown on paper.
Like it. Wait,
So
did I
that's
make,
that's a
did I
key
make
range for
Celinda
this.
my gummy play?
No, I thought it was Ryder.
No, you're right. I did. Oh, I made Celinda my top 20 at 360 to 1. Not 360 to 1 plus 360.
How about
I like it.
I don't know who else under 100 to 1 do you like? I mean,
Under 100?
Yeah.
I thought we were.
I mean, I already gave my case for Mateo Montecero. Everybody's gave the case for Mateo Montecero. I'm not going to.
He's over 100. You're talking about over 100, right?
Yeah, over 100 to 1. Yeah, over 100 to 1.
Oh, okay.
Who else?
I bet Damon.
You're such a sheep.
I know. I'm so
You're such a sucker.
I know.
Okay.
But listen, he never puts back-to-back finishes together well. But look, he was 150 to 1 when I looked at him on Monday morning. He had just played well. I don't know. He's not complete bag yet.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
150 to 1. Playing good. I'm telling you, I really think playing in good. You know me. I always take good form within the last few weeks. I always rate that pretty high, right? Because I think golf is such a feel game and a confidence game. So, listen, I certainly don't hate it. I don't think he. Look, it's not my favorite bet. He's 150 to 1 for a reason in this field. But man, I mean, dude played his balls off this weekend, and I'm fine with that. And 150 to 1. Chip in a chair, baby, and something like this where lots of guys can just eject. I mean, man, if you look at that leaderboard or the top of the betting board from last year, and then you see what happened last year. I mean, Berger, Pendrith, Straka, fucking Denny McCarthy, they all missed the fucking cut. You know what I mean? So, so something like that can happen, and you know, that puts guys like Damon as one of the veterans who can actually win when you eliminate guys like that. You know what I mean? Like you can put him up there and maybe he can gain some confidence. And I don't know, 150 to 1, I'll take it. I know it's a sucker play, but whatever.
Okay. All right. Listen, you know what? 150 to 1 can't really fault you. All right.
Right.
You're applying immediately at 4th place finish last year, and
I know.
I think you're gonna have what's coming to you, unfortunately.
I know. Yep.
My gummy play of the week.
Play.
My gummy play of the week. I think Kobe's gonna be upset because I think it's his boy, Ben Martin. Good course history here. He showed a little form last week too. Pretty good with the irons between 150 and 200. I think that's an easy gummy play for me. It doesn't look like there's gonna be a lot of DFS ownership because people I think forget that Ben Martin still even exists. Not just in PG Herbert.
He was doing well going into the weekend. He
was playing good. So, and doesn't say, at least according to Andy's ownership projections, doesn't seem like he's going to get a lot of ownership. So that's my gummy play. But I actually forgot, by the way, because I said in the Discord, because Lee Hodges withdrew, I now have a vacant spot on my betting card. So let's pull up the odds board. So basically, I can fit somebody 75 to 1 plus on my betting card right now. If I'm looking around that range with what the market kind of is, I could go back to are people just sleeping on Eric Cole, or is he dead at this point?
Oh, I don't know.
He's 80
I'm a Cole guy.
80 to 1 here.
Yeah,
and almost won a couple of years ago.
I almost put money on him out of principle because it's back on the Florida swing, and I need an outright to break even on Eric Cole at some point.
You do.
And at a deep number. So I don't hate it. His irons worried me a little bit, but this is his happy place, right? Like back on the Florida swing. This is where he grinded his ass off on all the mini sunshine tours and stuff. So yeah, man, I don't hate it at all. Oh, God, if you bet him, though, that means I'm gonna have to shadow bet him at least. So because I can't, I won't live with myself if you fucking.
All right. I mean, there's a couple candidates I could do. I could go to Eric Cole, loser, but I could go to Eric Cole. I could go back to Matt Wallace, who was an absolute bum last week.
Stop it. Fetch isn't
But-
going to happen, Steve.
That's just not going to happen. I could go back to Matt Wallace at this field. I could also add Echeverria again. I don't think I want to, though. Or I could add Celinda if I just believe in
Do
it.
Celinda. Ride Celinda with me.
No, I don't think I'm going to do that.
Fine.
It's going
What
to
are you
it's
gonna
going
go
to
back
be either loser Eric Cole or loser Matt Wallace, and I will decide when hopefully I get a nice blissful night's sleep tonight that is uninterrupted. So I will put out my betting card tomorrow on the Discord with the final answer. It is probably going to be one of those two because I cannot fit anybody else 71 or worse.
I love it.
On the card. So
You're talking about a charity bet. We were about to wrap
Oh,
up
yeah,
the show.
the
What
charity
charity bet? We talking
Okay,
about?
so this was actually an interesting one that we brought up on TIB last night. So Kyle loves Camilo Villegas. This week
Let's
for-
go. Let's
for
go.
For reasons.
Because he's a stud.
He's a stud.
And he plays
Okay.
well in Florida. Stud.
All right. So BK asked me, would I
Okay.
rather have Camilo Villegas or
Uh-huh.
Danny Willett this week?
Gross.
And I sided with Danny Willett. Do you want to make this a charity bet? Danny Willett versus Camilo Villegas pillow fight this week.
Yeah, I mean, didn't Danny just pop up somewhere?
He just played.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's your
Villegas is
boy.
my guy. I don't
It's your
care. Yeah, I'm
boy.
taking him. Yeah, I'm taking
All
him.
right.
I'll take
All right. So you're currently up 2-1 on the charity
Yep.
bets to this. I will add this to the ledger. The
Let's go.
official charity bet for Holder Green this week. Camilo Villegas, Boston Capper's boy, versus Danny Willett, my boy.
That's right.
For the charity bet ledger. So okay.
Love it.
All right, then we
Love it.
settled that. I got nothing
Anything else?
else. Do you have anything else?
Nope. That's all I got.
Okay.
That's it.
All
We
right.
got
I appreciate
Sunday-
more the well-balanced conversation back and forth instead of me 95% talking tonight. So I bet everybody was happy about
that's
that.
fair.
Yeah, there you go.
So we got that. We got the so we got Sunday show. Wait, when are you going to Florida?
So I'm going to Florida Saturday. We can still do a Sunday show. We still do a Tuesday show. So that'll be totally fine. I just got to figure out where I'm going to do it in the house. But yeah,
you do it in, like,
still will be.
Did you do in the can last time, did you?
No, I wasn't in the can. No, it was because I didn't have my kid with me. So I did it in the bedroom. It just like how it, so the bathroom was to
break
my
your balls.
left, but it was
I
just
know,
like
I'll
a
break
little
your
linen
balls.
closet,
Yeah,
but the
I
bedroom
know.
there. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I know.
no, I'm probably gonna do it on the lanai, to be completely honest. It's gonna be the only place for me.
That's fine. Hey man, just enjoy it instead of doing your freezing ass garage. You can do it in nice weather on a lanai.
Listen, it is a balmy 50 degrees in my I took off a layer for this pod. I only have 2 layers on for this one. So there you go. But no, it'll
Sounds
probably be on
terrible.
the lanai. But yes, we will have our regular schedule program for Bay Hill.
Yep.
We're starting
Great journey.
to get in crunch
wait.
time, by the way. Bay Hill players coming up.
Yep.
Masters is right around the corner. It's go time.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
gotta start figuring out who's
So-
gonna win that green jacket. Let's see.
Yeah, I know. Fuck, I hope it's not Scotty. But yeah, fuck it. Yeah, we'll be back on Sunday night. We'll both be in Florida. So Steve will be warm and happy versus cold and miserable. And yeah, I'll put out the betting card in the Discord. So will Steve. I gotta go figure out where I can find out if these tennis bets won or not. No idea. We didn't even track that. And yeah, other than that, let's win some fucking money this week, boys. Later.